Alright, so today's video, we are watching a Gold 1 Zenyatta. They play a lot of Zenyatta in BAP, so you're gonna see that today. Really only started playing comp in Season 9, so very recently. This was one of the most embarrassing games I've ever played yet, especially in the earlier rounds. I was dying a lot to the enemy D.Va, who was like a heat-seeking missile that found me wherever I was to punish my positioning. I would be grateful if you could give me your feedback on my gameplay, especially on how to effectively play against dive tanks as a support, specifically Zen or Bap. Bap's pretty good against dive. From your perspective as a D.Va expert, thank you in advance. So it sounds like you're gonna get farmed by a D.Va. We'll see what happens. Sub to the YouTube, like the video, leave a comment. It all helps. Here we go. Find a startup here for initial damage. Have position in now. Back up. Back up. Don't stay so close. Oh wait, if I'm playing D.Va against you as a Zenyatta and you're playing like you're playing Cassidy, I'm gonna get you. I just want to point that out. Good start on the baby D.Va. Hey, not bad. Ready for the remax behind you? Okay. So what happened there? So you wanted to talk about positioning. Think about what happened there. You got the elim, okay? And then you just kept going up there. You didn't get the Mercy. You overextended, and then the D.Va remax. So, of course, you're going to be out of position and get rolled there. Like, you know that D.Va's going to get you. The initial pick was great. Sometimes, by the way, sometimes it's okay to get a pick. And if you can't get in the limb after, it's okay to back up and be like, you know what? I got res out, and I can get to a better spot. So already you were off to a tough start. Going high ground. I like this play. This is the way to do it. Any VOD stuff is my Discord. If you join my Discord, that's where you can do that stuff. And just follow the rules. Right? Okay, so what the problem here, and I want to point this out, this is the problem you're going to consistently run into. If you're using your Discord orb right away, you can line of sight it now. There's counterplay to that. If you don't move after that, if you just stay here when that D.Va last sees you, you are going to fall over. So, like, remember that the best thing you can do is just reposition backwards into a better spot. Instead, you stay there. So right now what's happening to you, and we'll see how the rest of the game goes, is you're just playing as a statue. And that's the problem you're running into. See, the Discord link doesn't work. It should work. Try opening it in, like, a browser if it doesn't. If not, we can try to find, like, another, like, invite code or something. The Dorado, everybody's favorite map. Oh, yeah, I love a good Dorado. Remember, you look at your positioning. You're not like, this isn't like, what was it, Season 9 Zenyatta where like you were a tank? You're not a tank. So, yes, you can brawl sometimes, but you want to, the best Zenyatas to play against, or the hardest Zenyatas to play against, are the Zenyatas that are hard to get to. You're not making it hard for them. And that's the problem. I just recorded the Funny Moments video just an hour ago. The toughest Zenyatas to play against are the ones with such good positioning that you need almost like 2 cooldowns to get to them. Right now, the D.Va only needs 1.
What is that sensitivity?
Good ultimate by your Sigma. Holy crap. This is a good ult. Why are you running into the soldier? Go back. I know you got like the elim, but go back left. Yeah, I mean, your problem is, you even said it, your positioning just isn't that good. So that D.Va's going to always get you. The D.Va will always get you if you keep doing this. Play further back. I'm telling you right now. If you ever watch me play D.Va in my games, I can get Zenyatas if they play like that. You're just playing too close. You don't need to be that close. Use the range. That's your value. Alright, we're watching here. Not bad. Interesting lamp. I get it, though. It can work. Good luck to you. Remember, look where the D.Va ult is. Yep, you knew where that was. Oh, it's okay sometimes to quickly turn to see where the ult goes, because I think you should survive that. This is certainly a tough start for you. I will say this has been definitely a tough start, but, like, it's not impossible to go and win this anyway. But I think it's very possible to make some plays. Definitely a tough start, though. Yeah, I think your biggest issue is your positioning, though. I'll see how you play BAP on this side. Patch notes will be till 2 p.m. So about 2 hours from now. Yeah, the team got rolled. I'm not saying that the team didn't get rolled there, but there's certainly some, like, issues with position that can be fixed, and that's what we're focusing on here, right? Your teammates are going to be different almost every game unless you're stacked. So like, I can't like hard focus on that too much. I can only like really focus on what can be improved by the map for the Zenyatta. You know what I'm saying? Heal your team up a little bit. I know you want to do a little bit of damage, but like your teammates are falling behind on HP a lot of the time. So like you're doing a good idea of going high ground and playing like that, but I also need you to like make sure you're keeping like your bashing up and like even like your tank a little bit. At a certain point, your tank's gonna die if they keep playing too aggro, but positioning. You're gonna get dove by D.Va soon. Okay, thankfully they didn't go for you. Now it's fine. You can burst heal too. Don't be afraid when you're like in these situations just to use your burst heal to help keep them alive. Your burst heal is the I forgot what you're on, console PC, but like the what is it? The burst, the regen burst, or the ability's called. I'll be honest with you. Why is he healing the Sojourn? I mean, why not? It just, you know, see if it works. You never know. Nice punch back. Your team is struggling to get through here. Yeah, it's mid-season patch. A couple hours away. I'm excited. I'm getting to see how tanks are. Are they going to be OP? They actually kind of saved you there. I mean, window works. Good job. Good lamp. Good job. That was well played. That was well played. And do you see how much, and just to kind of give you like an example of like how you played that there, do you notice that when you have good positioning, you're not worrying about 7,000 different things and just getting dove on? Like, do you see the difference there when you have good positioning? That's what you weren't doing on Zenyatta. Like, you know how you like managed to window from the back of the cart? The way you were playing Zenyatta is you would have windowed from the front of the cart. You said he was healing the enemy soldier? Yeah, that happens. Sometimes things like that just happen in the game, and I've seen it even happen in like top 500. It happens. It just happens. Lamps have been a little bit suspect, but like I think that maybe the cart blocked it a little bit more than it could have or should have, but remember your burst still can be really effective here. I'm okay. The lamp's fine. It was. You tried. Good job by the way, them recognizing that you used that. That was a good play. You said, no, it's not fine. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second just to respond to that. You have to understand that sometimes, like, your teammates being out of position will force out a cooldown you don't want to use early. And then especially when you have to play a mid-range, sometimes you're going to use it a little bit too aggressively sometimes. That's basically what happened. Like, I'm not going to get mad sometimes if, like, their lamp isn't fully accurate there because sometimes your teammates are also making it really difficult for you to get those plays, right? So if I see a lamp like that where, like, their tank is just feeding, like, at that point, sometimes you just throw that hero lamp because you're probably going to lose that team fight to begin with. And maybe if you do help them, you win that, right? Sometimes it has to happen. There's going to be moments in the game where, like, your ability usage just may not be as good because your teammates are making it harder to do that, or they're making your decision-making a lot harder to figure out. I mean, we even watched that recently in the Where Are They Now, where, like, we saw a Zarya just hard-feeding the whole time, so sometimes your decision-making isn't as, like, simplistic as it normally would be because your teammate isn't making it easy on you by doing that. So, like, a lamp like that's fine. Like, at least you tried to throw the lamp. So. And yeah, I mean, the lamp time, it could be, like, a second off. Now, we just talked about that. I'll talk about the window here. The reason why I don't like this window is because look what they have. They have so much cover. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you think about a window, I want you to think about what are you using the window for? You want to use it for space creation, right? This won't create the same space that you think it will because they can hide here. an example of like space creation is like, let's say they're playing here and then you use it. Yes, they have cover, but you're taking away the map control. Right here, you just can't really take any map control because they have multiple layers of cover they can go to. So they can just sit there and they can play close anyway. That's why the lamp ended up being tough. Obviously, it was a great shot by Sojourn.
The trees go low.
Don't move.
Stay near the immortality field.
Here we go.
Get in the immortality field. Payload moving out.
All right, take the high ground if you want. Good job. Yeah, that lamp, exactly. Good lamp. And by good lamp, you know, it was all over the place. I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot what the lamp was. I was so focused on something else there in that team fight, I didn't even look at that. There you go. Good burst heal. Good burst heal. That's an example of great usage. Also, good job going high ground here. Win or lose this team fight, I like that you went high ground. Remember, cover. I do want you to, like, focus a little bit on the cover. No, don't re-peek. Don't re-peek. You have a support passive that's really strong. Yes, much better. That lamp certainly was an ability you used right there. That was certainly something. Don't jump in the air there again. Yep. Okay, so this is your position. You had the right idea, but then you couldn't resist just trying to be in the team fight. Sometimes, by the way, it is totally okay to be out of a team fight for a second. And I think this is something that happens in a lot of ranks where you feel like you have the need to constantly be involved in a team fight. But sometimes that extra 3 seconds that you wait is gonna work because they're probably doing a lot of the same thing. So imagine if they're just sitting there the whole time using all their cooldowns and you just hide for a couple seconds and then you go back into the team fight, you're gonna get more value. It's so you don't feel like you have to be involved the whole team fight. It doesn't look comfortable with sensitivity. I try not to overlook at people's sensitivities because, like, sometimes it just takes more practice, and like a sensitivity that doesn't work for you right now could work for you after 3 months of practice. Sometimes it's just that muscle memory that you hear about all the time. So I try not to change people's gameplay too much. Like if they were spinning in circles, if they were like spinning in circles, you know what I mean? And like, you know, it was completely off, then I could do that. But like sometimes it just takes a lot of practice. Like sometimes like it can take practice. Good window there, by the way. Totally fine with that. Nice job. Good follow-up. Overtime spawn should get you the point. You said they do appear to be over-flicking almost everything? Sure. But, like, to give you an idea, so do I. Right? The thing is that, like, I know, like you know the rules, and so do I. And the thing is that when it comes to, like, over-flicking there in general, is, like, I play in a much higher sensitivity. So sometimes I over-flick, but I'm comfortable with my sensitivity, so I don't change it because there's other parts of my game that I enjoy more than, like, worrying about me over-flicking sometimes. Does that make sense? Which is why, like, there's more to your sensitivity than just, like, what's in front of you. Right? Remember how, like, when I had to change my sensitivity and then I didn't change it back on Junkrat and I had 2 sensitivity? Like, yeah, I could roll anybody in front of me. If anything else happened, I got rolled. So. Yep. It can't shoot through there, by the way. Just so you know. That's on your Bastion. You're all backed up. I'm not even worried about that. I wouldn't even lamp that if we had the opportunity. Bad lamp. No reason to do that lamp. Cold Ramen, thanks for the $5 super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't know if they'll pop up in the TTS check because of this one. Dude, your team is a bunch of, like, there's a bunch of, like, overtime ollies right now. Can't win during the regular part of the match, but, like, I have a feeling that you're going to win this because there's much more to this VOD. So unless this is a ridiculous 10-minute team fight. What's the radius on the BAP heal? I don't know. I accidentally heal people all the time with it, so that's it. Good lamp. The reason why I like your lamp there, I know you have a Rhine, but in that situation, when they have an ultimate like that, they can deep dive your Rhine, right? So, like, it makes sense to use the lamp there just to get rid of the possibility of that D.Va ult getting value, right? So I'm okay with that one. Don't be afraid to burst heal here. Your teammate's taking a lot of damage. You missed the burst heal on the Bastion, but that's okay. Just keep him healed. Also, sometimes when you play BAP, and I'm not saying do this all the time, yeah, don't worry about sometimes you can just shoot at your feet in these situations we get anything. Window now. Window. Perfect window location. The only other better window spot would have been maybe on top of the cart because it moves with the cart. But that's like for what you're lamp behind you, lamp. Okay, it's good enough. Only reason why I say that is because the soldier was above. Huge, nice beat. Big slam! Good job. Okay, your team capped in overtime. No, it's not even that cool, Ram. It's because I don't think I have the overlay set up for this specific scene. So it probably will play when I switch back. You'll see what I'm talking about. Not bad there, though. I want to point out your positioning got a lot better during that half, and you're seeing good results. So like that half on BAP, if you played Zenyatta, but even like a little bit further back, you're in a really good spot. Okay? They about the full hold? I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, I still have the green screen set up. I have plans for it, but like right now, I'm just kind of chilling. I love the idea of the green screen, but like I just don't want it to be as scuffed as it is. And I know the stuff was fun for a while with like the scuffed green screen, but now I'm at the point where like I want to like make it like really advanced and really cool, and that just takes time. And as of right now, I don't know what my plan is for it yet. Right? So I want to do that. Patch notes will be in 2 hours. It's always at 2 p.m. Eastern for patch notes. Right now it's 12:01 Eastern. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, the patch is already out, but like on the YouTube video. Good job. Now remember, you can be with your team here during this positioning because like you already kind of have numbers. Like you're there. There's a jump right at a point. Don't be afraid to burst steal here when you have no idea what's going on. And I say that just because like they're in overtime spawn, so you're gonna have a little bit of wiggle room here. So like if you want to burst heal this, your teammates, yeah, there you go. You see that? That was like 8% L charge, and you had no clue what was happening with everybody's HP. That's why I say that. Bad. Now Ryan just charged into a wall. The absolute. Oh no, they charged into a May. The only thing that's going to really heck up your team here is if you get off the point. You have a really good go of things and really good ults. Don't be afraid to burst heal, remember. Especially if you're playing this close. Like this, I have no problem with you playing this close here. Window is fine. I'm okay with this. Listen, if you over ult in overtime, it's okay. Only because, like, behind you, you hear him. And the reason why I like it in overtime is because, like, sometimes you end up just not using your ultimates, and, like, overtime spawns are a lot longer, so you get more space on the cart than you would. Honestly, that Mercy's just staggering themselves. Good job. This is where I would set up on high ground. And the reason being is you have plenty on cart. You have 3 heroes that are capable of that. So going on high ground right now is definitely the play. Where you go on high ground is up to you, but go probably top right, I'd say. I mean, it's working, but I just want to put you in the habit of, like, understanding that in this situation you can go high ground. Ryan's still low. Yep. That's a tank right there, chat. Drops today? Yes, drops start at 2 p.m. Eastern. First heal, good job. Perfect. Much better. And once again, this just shows you that when their team can't dive you, you're going to have a good time. Which is why I just want to keep pointing this out to you. Your positioning on Zenyatta and BAP are going to be very important for like the results of how you're going to play.
This ends now.
Lamp. Yeah, so this is something that, like, I want you to get in the habit of, especially, and this is a very niche situation. I know it's very niche, but, like, the moment you hear that voice line, do not be afraid to just pop that lamp. Just be like, heck it. Just throw the lamp on the ground and just go from there. Because, like, you know they're going to be peeking you, and you can hear the voice line there. So just at that point, just use it. Because you did it too late, and yeah, like, your lamp landed, but it was already too late. So the moment you hear the voice line, just go. Well, no, I know we tried to use the lamp, but, like, it wasn't on, like, sync with the voice line. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be a tough one anyway. Eventually, they're going to have ultimates and win it, but, like, that was a good push. That was a good push. I just want to, like, in an overtime situation, just pop that lamp. Because, like, you're just going to, what happens is going to happen. What if the enemy team is ulting your teammate? That's fine, But, like, in that situation, it's risk reward, right? It's not going to be a perfect lamp. It's just going to be a lamp that you hope will work, especially in those overtime type of fights. I mean, honestly, like, even though your lamp was late there, that's kind of like, that was a team effort. Your whole team didn't play with your Rhine, and then your Rhine got kind of rolled. So, like, I'm not even, like, mad about that one. I don't think that lamp would have changed anything. They were already too low to begin with. Now, if you were playing, let's say, Kiriko at the time, a Suzu makes sense there because you can get the passive off them at the time and then also catch up on the heals, but like a lamp, it's a little bit different in that situation. Your tank already took too much 2 HP. Well, the reason why the team that sometimes has a lot less time wins games is because that overtime spawn, like, differential is so huge that, like, you have to take an extra team fight per point to be able to cap a point because you're not having those long spawns. Lamp was fine. Now remember positioning. You just used the lamp. Your teammates have now kind of settled down. So what is your position in here? You don't have right here. You see what's happening? You said, "Oh, hey, how do I stop the D.Va from diving me?" You don't have a lamp. So why are you doing what you just did right there? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, why at that point are you making that type of play? Do you see? Try to back up. Try to play that a little bit smarter and then go from there. Hide, go high ground, do all that stuff. All right, here we go.
Someone has to leave your life.
That's on your D.Va, not you. Lamp worked, it's fine. I don't know where this is gonna go. I think you should win this. Oh, huge EMP. Good balance between heals and damage there, by the way. That was very well played. That's a good devault. It looked like it was good. Ambitious lamp. Didn't need it yet, but I'll give it to you because you're getting shot up from behind now, so we'll give it to you. Sometimes it's just those 50-50 lamps that they work sometimes, and sometimes they don't. So. He's literally healing the enemy team. Well, what they're doing there is they're just doing, like, a balance. Like, a lot of, like, really good Baps will kind of give you the concept of, like, kind of, what do they call, like, using your damage back and forth between heals and damage. So sometimes it's just kind of how that goes. So I'm okay with that one. Like, it's sometimes you'll see Baps, even, like, really good Baps, just shoot heal, shoot heal, shoot heal, shoot heal. And it'll look like you're doing that, but you're just doing that to kind of balance it. Now, do you see how quickly they needed an extra team fight to capture second? Right? And now there's 2 minutes on the clock. Do you see what I mean? Brooksy, thanks for the 8 months of that Swedish Prime. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy watching. Let's go. Thank you for the 8 months. I'm glad y'all enjoy it. It's awesome to hear. Add lamp. You need a bit more accuracy with your lamps, by the way. Like, some of the lamps, you're like, it looks like you're just trying to play Frisbee with, like, somebody on the other side of the map, and, like, there's nobody there. So, like, those lamps are important. If you're going to use a lamp there, which... Also, be on high ground here. Get on the high ground. Get out of this low ground situation. You wanted to know about better positioning, and, like, this is not where you want to be. This is not where you want to be. I want you on the high ground. Start there. I'm telling you. Your team can all play low ground. I want you to become a tough dive. Rinzu, thanks for the 13 months. That Prime. Thank you. All right, there's a lot of months. What rank? Gold. There you go. Good. Now stay up here, but I honestly, the other high ground's probably a safer bet. Because the team fight's going to end up being... The team fight's going to end up here, right? So if you're over here, you put yourself at good angles and good, like, hiding spots. That's certainly a window. I mean, if it works, right? Abala, thanks for the 7 months. Savage Prime. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, that's a good question. You said the difficulty with position is how do you position yourself when your team is badly positioned? I mean, it's a good question. I mean, like, the one thing I'll say with that situation is just remember that it's better to go for good positioning and try to find a spot that works rather than just join your team in, like, consistently bad positioning. Now, the flip side of that is I've also given the advice that go at the same pace as your team, but you can go at the same pace of your team and also be in a good position. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense with that. So let's say your team wants to play aggressive and they all want to play low ground. It still means that you can find a good position to help your team in that spot. So That's why, like, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, but, like, the whole team's playing low ground, right? But, like, you can still go on the other side, and your teammates, yes, might be out of position, but you'll still be in a good position with your out of position teammates. I think you might just win that. I mean, you just got 2 huge picks. A D.Va ult, I was gonna say he's gonna get blocked, but I think you're fine. The remech on the D.Va mech, I think you win this. All right, you did win that. I mean, they were down multiple. Okay, so just to kind of talk about this very quickly, why we're here. Yeah, I think your number one issue is your positioning. Like, your positioning was just really rough at times. So you asked, like, oh, how do I not get dove by D.Va? How do I not have this happen? I struggle against dive here. Is it your position? Mechanically, you had some good plays. Your lamps were pretty bad, so you definitely need to improve on some of those lamps, like, for sure. I think that could be super helpful for you. But, like, overall, for you, I want you to, when you play Zenyatta especially, and you can do it with Bap also, if I'm playing D.Va, and you're in mid-range or even like close range, I will get you. Like, I'm gonna go to you, and I'm gonna either force you to have to use all your cooldowns, or I'm gonna get a free pick. So I want you to think about this with Zenyatta. Your maximum range, your effective range, is really far. So you can start really far, and then start to move in a little bit closer, so you can be within like Discord orb range, healing orb range. I want you to start doing things like that, because if you start doing things like that, I think you're gonna see a much better result. But yeah, the reason why the dive heroes are killing you so easily is because you're constantly out of position. So focus on that. Start with, like, the basics of, like, I'm playing Zenyatta. If that D.Va wants to dive me, they have to use 2 dives to get me. Like, 2 flights. If it takes them 2 to get there, you're in a good spot. If it takes them 1, and they can burst damage you, and you fall over immediately, then you're probably out of position. So work on that, and I think you'll start to climb. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord right there. That's where you do that. Leave a comment. All of that helps. We also record these live on stream. If you look below the webcam, you can see the Twitch chat. Stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun here. And with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.